Hi, my name's Nicole, and this is my introductory speech to you. But first, let me ask you a few questions. Do you like ink? What about needles or pain? How about an adrenaline rush, like when your heart starts racing or your breathing becomes faster because you're about to do something you're afraid of? Or what about when endorphins release and you get that feeling of euphoria or that natural high afterwards? Is that you? Well, that's me. Even though most people wouldn't call me an addict because of the number that I have or the ones that are visible, I think that describes a part of who I am. I am a tattoo addict. People get adrenaline rushes from doing things as playing sports like football or basketball or even boxing. Endorphins are released when you do things such as eating chocolate or exercising. Being that I do none of those things, I get my rush from something else. My rush comes from entering a tattoo shop and anticipating getting a tattoo. The high comes from when the needle first pierces my skin. Now, even though I may not be considered your typical addict because I don't have ink all over my body, it's not about the number, it's about the art. And people that have had tattoos wouldn't consider the pain to be a good thing, but I consider it to be therapeutic. It teaches me to be calm and patient. I have 13 tattoos in total as of right now, and they're all spaced out because I believe in being able to see them individually and without clutter. There's no point in getting a tattoo if you can't tell what it is. Also, ideas take time. You don't just want to put something on your body that you're going to have permanently because it's cool or in style or something. The first tattoo I got was about 15 years ago, and unfortunately, about 8 years later, I had to get it covered up. Now, what I had to cover up was so large that the cover-up had to be even bigger. I didn't want to do your typical flowers or roses, so I decided to go with my zodiac sign, which is a Scorpio. The rest of my tattoos came within a 1.5 year period, and I would say that's when my addiction began. I started off getting one at a time, then I got multiples or larger ones in one sitting. I just couldn't get enough. The largest one I have goes from my right shoulder across my back, down my left thigh to my ankle. The smallest ones I have are an N behind my ear and a crown on my neck, which reminds me of the queen that I am. It's also colored in red because that's my favorite color. All of my tattoos have meaning because I'm going to have them forever, so I figured it would have to be something that I like and would never get tired of looking at. I had this rule that I would never do my hands, neck, or face, and I would never do my face, but as you can see, I've done my neck and I have one on my hand. This is the same pattern that is on my back and down my leg. This one's not finished. It goes to my elbow right now, but it's going to go up my shoulder, underneath my collarbone, and connect with my right shoulder. Now, you may be wondering how I enjoy this process, and although I can't fully explain what it does for me, I can tell you that I like the pain from the placement, shading, and coloring. Pain level varies from the placement, and I can tell you that the one on my left rib cage hurt the worst. But it keeps me wanting more. I know that's weird, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. There are risks involved with getting tattoos such as infection, misspellings, and mistakes. I can attest to the mistakes. My family thinks I'm out of my mind because I keep going back to get more tattoos, and that's pretty much all I talk about. My mom especially thinks I'm nuts because I've gotten so many in such a short amount of time, but I tell her there's nothing wrong with getting a little ink. She's almost 70 and has considered getting a tattoo. I told her, come on, let's go, because I'm not finished yet. If you don't have any tattoos, I suggest you try it. You might like it. My addiction isn't illegal, and it's just a form of self-expression and artistic freedom. The high I get from tattoos are like nothing I've ever experienced. In the words of Mark Twain, life is short, break the rules, forgive quickly, kiss slowly, love truly, laugh uncontrollably, and never regret anything that makes you smile. That's what's on my right thigh. Again, my name's Nicole, and I thank you for listening.